on. But hello, I'm eating late night dinner. I'm trying to get on live at random times to see if anyone comes on. Doesn't. I don't know. If not, I'll just pretend I never came on. So we'll see if anyone comes on or not. Yeah. Hello. Excuse me. Just trying out a late night live to see if anybody's gonna come on or not. I'm trying to do lives to kind of just like see what are kind of the most popular names that people are just coming on. But I always like to wait a little bit to see if anyone will come on. The last couple, they got pretty big turnouts and I was really surprised. So it's all good if not. I'm just curious. What do I do in the meantime? Hi, cuz. No way, you're still awake. How? Out of all people, I'm surprised. How are you still awake, girl? Ah, my food. I'm eating Papa John's for late night dinner, and I have Dutch Bros, which I know my cousin misses Dutch Bros. I'm trying to think how to set you guys all down. Let's see. My makeup bag might help. Yeah, it's gonna help, I think. The way you look at me, I'm feeling you. Just can't help to try to keep it cool. Dancing with the Stars is like coming back. Yeah. But not yet. There's tea on that. Tyler Cameron's like my favorite reality TV star. He might be on the next season, so I'm kind of like fangirling. But I feel like they're gonna have some really good actors though that are gonna be on the next season, so it's gonna be juicy. I feel like growing up is realizing Dancing with the Stars is better than Bachelor. So yeah, that's my phone keeps on me, but thankfully because I'm in my car I might be able to charge it and multitask. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna try. Hi, welcome to the live. More people coming on, hopefully. We're gonna see if the late night one works because I'm not too sure. I have this head at like a weird angle. I'm gonna try to read everything. It's because you guys are balancing on my charger and my makeup bag. So I'll see the chats as they're gonna come up. So yeah, love wet ones. They're the best for a car. But yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna come on at this time. I'm just kind of testing the live stream times to see who all comes on. The last live ended like abruptly, which was my bad. So yeah, there might not be anybody on the live stream. It's okay. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to test out the different times to see like when people are on, honestly. My car is probably kind of a mess right now. Hi, whoever's coming on the live. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live. Sorry, the last live was a little abrupt of an ending. I was just trying to, I don't know, I'm testing out the live streams to kind of see like what times like you guys like are coming on. But hello, welcome to the live. Just hanging out for a little bit. In my car, we're alone in the car. Just us, all of us spending time together. But yeah. I never know what to say unless everyone's chatting. Then I can know what to say a little bit. So I feel like videos are almost easier than live streams because like videos I'm able to like talk to myself and like somebody's listening to the video, where like live streaming it's like I almost have to do that, but it feels like awkward too until like other people chat. I don't know. Yeah, because if like no one's chatting, I don't know what to say. That's the thing with like YouTube videos. See, that's what I have to do. But with how I upload like YouTube videos, I have to like make sure, I have to like in my head, I have to like almost tell myself that nobody's watching. Let's see. Alexa, cousin, how was your day? It's all right. Just chill. I mean, it's kind of been like chill lately. Hopefully busy coming up soon. It just like you've known cousin, right, that I go to GCU. I feel like I told you. I've told so many people. So like I kind of forget who all I've told or who all like found out the announcement. Well, I'd like to think I told all my family and friends privately. I'd like to. It was just really hard because I had so many people to tell. It was like when I was texting, calling, telling in person. I didn't have that many people in person, but I had like some. Well, like my immediate family, and then one of my closest friends got to know in person. So it was very small. Mostly it was just phone calls or texting. But yeah, well anyways, I'm an online university student, so school takes up a lot of my time. I'm really stressing on one of my assignments. I was working on it on a live earlier. It's hard. I hate math. Why are you clinging to yourself? Are you cold? No, I don't think so. No, I just get kind of nervous. So I think when I get nervous, I just kind of get all like doing weird things. No, I mean, I'm in my car. Like, I could turn on my heater. I'm fine. No, I think it's just like a nervous thing I do. I get nervous on the live streams because I don't know what to like talk about until the chat is like going. Yeah, I think it's just something like, you know, as humans, when you have like weird traits or like quirks, I just do like awkward things at times. That's my guess. Let's see. What's your teddy bear doing behind? I have a teddy bear behind me? What? I don't think so, no. Well, what's fun? I have a keychain I'll show you. I don't have a teddy bear behind me, but I have a keychain. It's so cute. It's on my passenger side. It's a Starbucks one. It's the year of a horse, right? Isn't 2026? 2025 was the year of a snake, and snakes freaked me out. But horses are so cute. I love horses. So when I found out 2026 was the year of the horse, they had this at the top of the year at Starbucks. I was like, I had to get this. It's so cute. Well, because it matches my, hold on, I'll show you guys. My Italy purse. I've never been out of the country. This was a gift from a family friend that went to Italy, and I was very appreciative to get this purse because I love fashion, and the fact that it's from Italy. I'm like half Italian, so most of my heritage is Italian and a bunch of other stuff, but Italian takes up a huge part of it, so it means a lot to me to have something like from just like where my ancestors are from, like Italy, you know. I'd love to go someday. But yeah, it like matches. It's so cute. I'm in love. I actually really like this purse a lot because like it's like an everyday bag. It's kind of worn in, but it's perfect. So like if it got dirty or whatever, like literally don't care. But I love like excuse me. So I love that this purse has this like little pocket. I have like peanut allergies, so I can like put, you know, EpiPens in here, which I need to do that. And then like wallet and all that stuff, like nothing's really in here at the moment. I always just have my stuff like scattered everywhere. But anyways, it's like random tangent, but I like this purse. It comes in handy for a lot of practical stuff that you could need when you're going somewhere. I like my bougie purses too for fun events, but for everyday like type of use, this is a nice one, because then if it got dirty or something, I like don't care. Hold on. Yeah, so that's the only teddy bear I have in the car. The car is just kind of a mess right now, because I've been trying to like sell some clothes and organize stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna keep answering the chat. Hold on. Where are you traveling? I feel like for now, it gotta be a little bit of a secret. I know, I hate keeping secrets from you guys. I just do it because like as a content creator, I think about like my safety on the internet. So yeah, but I can try to be like more consistent with live streams. Probably not when I'm traveling, because again, a safety thing. I'm always gonna do lives at home. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. If I'm settled somewhere when I'm traveling, like maybe, but I just always think about my safety on the internet. So if you just keep the vlogs I upload on my channel, you guys will get to find out very soon where I'm going. I'm really excited. And also like I can try to do better popping on a live stream as well, and I can share about my experiences once they've like came and went. So I also try to kind of like do better with like living in the moment too when I'm, excuse me, going like out of town. I vlog it too, of course, but just again for like, it's never good as a content creator to like post in real time. So I'm just super always like cautious about that. Yeah. But I'm gonna share, like, don't worry, I'm excited. I was planning it all out tonight before streaming actually. So just if like, I'm a type A planner girly, so I just wanted to plan out what all I like want to do. But yeah, see, sometimes traveling will get a little bit lonely because I'm like, because I hate keeping it from you guys. I'm like, I want to share where I'm gonna go. But I just know at the end of the day, it's like for safety purposes is why. So sometimes on the traveling trips, they do feel lonely because I'm like not posting on socials. I think it's like because technology has like taken over, I think sometimes it's hard to remember to like be present, you know? Excuse me. And like, I don't know. Like it makes me think about my phone sometimes. I'm like, oh, I kind of feel lonely. But then it also is like nice because then you're kind of away from like the noise of like social media. So it's like, you know, there's pros and cons to everything in life. Let's see. What's the assignment about? Are you talking about school? Is the seat cover looks like a teddy bear? Oh, doesn't? I never really thought about it like that. I guess that's cool. It's just the layout of my car. I have a Subaru. My assignment for school. Let's see, hold on. This one's funny. Hold on, I'm trying to look at the chat. Have you got caught sneaking around as a teenager? What? I'm a young adult now. I'm gonna answer the teenager question. No, I was such a goody two shoes. No, not at all. No, I was always in high school so self-conscious about not doing that. That's why I'm laughing. That's funny to me. No, I mean some teenagers do. I just, you know, for me, I'm just I was not like that. No. I mean, even when I had like my first boyfriend when I was a teenager, yeah, we had to make some compromises because I was physical touch is not my love language. I mean, if I'm in a relationship, I need it. But when I was younger and in my first relationship, it was something I didn't really like. It was something I had to get used to later on. Cause I remember even dating my second ex-boyfriend, like, I got better with the physical touch, but I still at times would be super awkward in public and like let go of his hand. Like, it's just weird for me. I feel like now I'm better, but back like then when I was like teenager in the younger 20s, like it was so like awkward and uncomfortable for me. Like in high school, I was always just self-aware of like just wanting to be like a good student. and all these extracurriculars. Like I never made out with like my ex-boyfriend like in school, you know, like everything with our relationship was private outside of school, but just never in school because I just wasn't comfortable with PDA. I felt like I had a reputation as like the goody, you know. I feel like strict parents, I'm only child, you know, I don't know, it made sense. Like I was such a goody, so never snuck around. Honestly, I didn't even do senior skip day. It's because I wanted perfect attendance really badly. But I will say, I technically, this is what I count as my senior skip day. This was, I'm pretty sure, my junior year though. I'm pretty sure this was my junior year. I count this experience as my quote unquote senior skip day because I technically skipped practice for sports one time. Well, all my friends, we had a group of us that we decided to skip. We were done with our meet and the practice was mandatory, but it was just extra practice. And I was like, no, we all wanted to go to the beach instead. Not gonna, well, no, this is what happened. I was gonna go to practice. The goody two shoes self that I am, I was gonna go to practice. But then I decided, well, no, this is what had happened. Basically, a small group was deciding they wanted to go to the beach, like a bunch of guys and girls. And two of the guys were trolling me. They were all like, oh, Melanie, you should go. But, oh, you wouldn't. Because, like, everyone knew I was, like, pretty, like, goody two-shoes, you know, type of person. And so the fact that the boys, like, were challenging me and kind of, they were being savage, they were being mean. They were kind of, like, being little bullies, being like, you're not going to go. And I was like, what? Excuse me? I was like, I want to go and skip practice. I'm like, that's not a part of perfect attendance. This is like extra. I'm like, I want to go to the beach. Like that sounded so much fun. Like that sounded more fun in the high school experience than the extra practice that, yes, we were supposed to go, but like it really wasn't needed because it was going to be after our meet. So it was like, I want to go to the beach. But I remembered, again, the goody two-shoes like self I am. I did ask my mom for permission because I was like, if I have to go to practice, like I understand. But my mom, she also knows, like, I'm the type of girly that, like, I do like to put myself out there, but I'm also afraid to at the same time. I guess I almost kind of need validation. That's why I'm going to my mom. But no, it was also just like, again, goody two-shoes of me. So I would like call her being like, hey, like, am I allowed to miss the beach? Because in her mind, she's all like, oh my gosh, like, Melanie doesn't ask this often. Both my parents also knew like how on top of school I was because I had tutoring, because math and science were really hard, and then extracurriculars and classes, like they knew where my grades were doing, like I was up to date with things, like I was good. So I think also like if my grades obviously weren't good, well, I couldn't do sports, I don't know, my parents would be more worried. So yeah, like my mom's thinking like, oh, like Melanie doesn't ask this much, she keeps up with everything. And then, yeah, like, so then my mom was like, yeah, you can go. And I remember being like, what? Because she's like, well, you don't really ask this stuff often. I'm like, ah, fair enough. But, because I do a lot of high school stuff, but nothing really, like, obviously I would go on vacations and do things outside of school, but just not always, like, as much, honestly. So, anyways, I, like, was like, yeah, I want to go. So then I was like, yeah, I'm going, because I was allowed, you know. And then we were all trying to play it cool that we didn't skip practice. You know what's so funny? The drive to Seaside, literally, we were like, we are not allowed to post on Instagram. All those years ago, we were like, got it? Because we can get in trouble. And we were like, got it. And then, I don't know. I feel like as soon as we got to the beach, because we had like a couple hours to get there and we're thinking, oh, practice is over. Because once like the practice time was over, but then also at the same time, we were just having so much fun, like literally just BSing around. I'm not even kidding. We were just all of a sudden taking photos and all of a sudden they were getting on the gram. And then all of a sudden all of our teammates saw, obviously, like post practice, we're like at the beach. One of my guy friends had this funny like mask on that he would like put on too, and we'd take photos of him, and then we would just like run around in the sand, and like it was just so much fun. So to me, sorry, it was like a story, but that was one of my like highlighted moments in high school, like just a group of us going to the beach, like guys and girls all just having fun going and just spending time in the sand. Like it was kind of like, it was team bonding outside of sports, you know. Well, we were in Get Away and we all just had so much fun. We were just messing around, like it was just fun, you know. It wasn't anything crazy, not that deep. We were just going just to want to be on the water. That's sometimes what it is at the beach. That's what I love about it. You can just go and just relax, be on the water. You don't have to do anything crazy with your life. So to me, my junior year, that felt like my senior skip day. I don't know if that technically counts, but that's what. Sorry, you guys have been chatting. I've been on a story time tangent, so sorry. Let's see. Sorry, there was another question earlier of what's the assignment about. My school assignment. So yeah, I go to GCU. I'm in math class right now. I'm working on an Excel sheet, and I don't like math and numbers. Yeah. Superman language, you have a lot of good questions. I actually really appreciate you asking all the questions, because then it helps to interact. No, but they're all really good though. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Thank you very much, Superman. Because honestly, like, on the lives, I never know what to, like, talk about. Have you not invited to parties, which everyone is invited? I would say in high school, I hosted a lot of parties. I felt like, well, I went to high school parties, but well, I don't know how to explain it. They weren't like the drinking type of party. I didn't have a drink of alcohol until I was 21. I wanted to wait till then. Like, I didn't do underage. Well, again, I'm goody two shoes girly, so I wanted to wait. I was still of age. So I never went to any of those type of parties. No, and I wouldn't have drank. No, like, it was just personal choice for me. I wanted to wait. So not that, but I guess like parties, I don't know if they're parties or events, but like sports teams, we had a lot of like team bondings, but not all of them were great. Not like drinking, but they were just like those annoying truth or dare games that I didn't really like. So then when a lot of people were starting to feel like really uncomfortable, once I was starting to like eventually, when I was an underclassman, it was hard to host, but once I started to be an upperclassman back in high school, I did just start like hosting a lot of them because, well, a lot of people would graduate for one with the bad parties, but for two, I just wanted everybody to feel like we were just hanging and vibing and like having a good time and just feeling safe. Like, we would just play like fun games. Like, honestly, the games at my parties were kind of just everybody socializing with whoever on the team like they wanted to socialize, and they would just kind of do their own thing as like games. Like, a lot of the boys that would come to the parties that I would host in high school would just kind of like, I don't know, they would all BS around with each other, and that was their way of hanging out, and like the girls would hang, or like, I don't know. I just always wanted the parties in high school like for everybody to feel safe and like have a fun time. I remember this was like more of like a party with friends, but this was like my freshman year of school. Oh, this is when you know you guys like time's precious. No, it's because what is it? I remember in high school I had an assignment that needed to be due, but thankfully I was so on top of it, I was wanting to work on it 2 weeks ahead of time. I have all my friends come over. I wasn't prepared for it at all. And they're like, we don't even know what to do because you don't know what to do. And I was like, well, I thought you guys would be here and figure it out with me because I needed the help. It was like an English video assignment. And so nobody knew what to do. And then literally they were all like, well, how about we just come back next week? And I remember just being like, well, I can have more time, but then it was going to be last minute. But I was like, would you guys all come back actually for real next week? And everybody in the group was like, yeah, we have nothing else better to do. And I think back to those simpler times, you guys, because like the fact that it's really hard as an adult to get one friend to hang out with, like it's so much harder. Where like in high school, you're in that bubble, you're not in college yet, you're not an adult. When you think about it, yes, you have things going on like extracurriculars and homework, but you know, as high schoolers, we always try to avoid homework, or we do homework together. So it's just a thing in high school. Like if you're in high school, I don't know if anyone is, but like enjoy it while it lasts, because like you truly do have a lot more availability. I remember in high school just having a lot more free time. I mean, I was busy, don't get me wrong, but you had moments of like free time. That's what I mean, going to the beach with friends, having people come over. Like there was just, even though I was busy, there was still a lot of window of free time to just like hang out with like 10 plus people. And it was just so much fun, like just like lighthearted hanging out. I always wanted my friends to feel safe at my place and have just like a good time, honestly. So literally the week after this, like my freshman year of high school, everybody all came back. There could have been like maybe 1 or 2 people that didn't or had to leave earlier, I don't know, but like I remembered people coming back and I was like surprised, honestly. And I got my assignment done. It was probably super cringy at the time, but it holds a special place in my heart though, because everyone was so nice to do. Like now it's so hard to just like plan to hang with people because like you move on with your life, you have college, work, family, kids, married, or you're single figuring it out. You know, there's so much, and so it's harder now. So I just remembered being like, oh man, I should have cherished that time a little bit better when everyone was like there for me, you know. Sorry, I'm like, a lot of good questions, Superman, but I'm not going to answer everything. But this one I feel like is a good one. How is it to be an only child when other friends and cousins have siblings? Did you crave for a sibling or anyone there to fill the hole? Okay, that's a good one. I don't know, where do I begin? Let's see. As an only child, how is it to be an only child? Okay. It's a little warm, toasty in the car now. I'm not cold anymore, guys. I don't really. Oh gosh. So the real truth of being an only child, it's so hard because half of me like loves it. Yeah, like I do. I don't know if I could have handled siblings, honestly, but the other half of me also kind of wishes I had siblings. It would have been really cool to have, like, I don't know, excuse me, just like have like more people to hang with. I think as a kid I appreciated, or I liked being an only child more because I had so much free time to myself. And I'd hang with friends and my friends would feel like sisters, and then that was it. I will say this, so growing up I had 3 other girls. They're all still alive and well. I'm really close with one of them. The other 2 sometimes here and there, but growing up, like, we were all like really close. Well, the oldest in the group I'm probably the least closest with because like she's married, she has a family now, so it's just hard, but I would love to see her again someday. The second oldest, we kind of sometimes go through seasons where we're close or not, just because life kind of like gets in the way. And then technically the youngest in the group, that's like around my age, I'm just a year older, so it doesn't even really, we were like the youngest growing up, so we were like the troublemaker ones, but it's a younger sister job, but they all felt like my sisters to me. And the oldest and the youngest in the group are actually sisters. So but yeah, the youngest, but her and I are really close. She's married and has started a family now, but we've remained really close because we always just kind of had like a unique bond. But we've also went for seasons where we like weren't close. So I feel like with the 2 girls that are the closest in my age, like we'd kind of, you know, go for seasons and times. But I hang out with the youngest, which is she's around my age, a lot more often. But growing up, the 3 of them, they felt like my sisters, so I'd hang with them. It was nice, and then I'd have my own time to myself, honestly. Yeah, it was probably like the best childhood I had, honestly. So I feel like as a kid I loved it a lot more. I still love it as an adult. I like having my alone time and independence, but I will say, like, being older now, it is lonelier, and sometimes it makes me wonder the what if of siblings. But also, like, whenever people talk about their sibling dynamics, I just think, like, I don't like, I see it through their experiences, but I've never lived it, so for me, I'm like, I don't know what to say. So just my friends will tell me their, like, experiences of it. Yeah. So yeah, like, friends and cousins having siblings. Yeah, oh, so like my cousins would have siblings growing up. So that also like helped too. Like, they were all my cousins, yes, but it would feel like having siblings for the day or for the vacation. So I felt like I kind of vicariously growing up, got to like experience all that. And whenever I do visit my family, well, it's different now. Like, we're all adults now. I just remember, like, I have primarily a lot more boy cousins than girl cousins, so oh my gosh, having boy relatives though, they're so much fun because, like, I'm a girl, like, there's not many girls like in my family, cousins wise, and So growing up, like, all the boys would just, like, well, it was so, every dynamic of all of them was, like, so different. Like, 2 of them would wrestle each other. And then, like, the other 2, I don't know, they'd play more, like, video games. Like, 2 of the boys were a lot more chill, 2 were kind of rowdy. But, like, it was just interesting seeing, like, their dynamics growing up, and then now them becoming young men, or, you know, well, I have cousins that are older too, older men. I don't know, like, they're my cousins. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, it's been cool to, like, see them, like, when they were little growing up, like, feeling like brothers, and then, like, them becoming men now, and, you know, whether if it's career, got married, have kids, it's, like, really beautiful and cool to see. I mean, so primarily my only really, like, girl cousin on my dad's side of the family, she's married and has a huge family now, but her oldest got into kindergarten, or just, like, started kindergarten, or I don't know. Yeah, I think she's going into kindergarten. She's 5, and, like, it's just crazy that my cousin has, like, you know, her firstborn is, like, 5 now, you know? It's just insane. She's such a cutie, but it's just crazy. I don't know. So yeah, to answer that question, I feel like I answered that fine. So I'm trying to see. Was your beach friends always your friends? They included you in everything, or skipped you later? Oh gosh, no, I'm trying to, like, think. This has been, like, forever ago, because most of my high school, they were, like, high school friends, so a lot of them were not really much in touch anymore. I'm in touch with a couple of them still, but not all of them. Kind of drifted, you know, because after high school, that's just kind of what happens. But I, you know, still have so much love for all of them. But that's the, did they include you in everything, or skip? I kind of feel like that group, I think I'm trying to remember from all of these, it's been so long ago. I think, honestly, we actually all did a really good job. I mean, they were, like, kind of a core group of friends of mine, like, 2 of them in particular in that friend group I was really close with in high school. And then the other was, like, a girl's sister, and then one of the guys that was kind of mean in the group, we weren't, like, super close, because he was always kind of the mean one. You know, like, when you have a friend group, okay, you know, when you have a friend group and, like, everyone has their own title, like, one of the guys in the group was just flat out mean, which he did apologize for all that, and I respected that. But yeah, you just don't always keep in touch, though. So one of the guys in that group was just mean. The other was always, like, starting drama, which he would kind of poke fun of, like, oh, Melanie's not gonna go. And then I'm very much like the, I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know if go-getter is the right word, because, like, I don't always, like, put myself out there, but I'm just kind of, like, I don't know. I'm, like, kind of dramatic too, but not like how one of my guy friends would be. I don't know. And then one of the girls I was really close with in the group, like, she's just an absolute sweetheart, and then her little sister would tag along, and we were all in sports. I don't know. We just all, like, had our different, like, personalities, and, you know, when you're all different, you just kind of, like, in that season of life especially, you kind of just, like, mesh and work. Like, you need someone to be something. But no, I remember, because we were all in sports together, we would do, like, other type of events. They'd come to my house. It's just hard to remember everything, because I always try to remember through, like, my Facebook albums or, like, old Instagram posts, if I even have them still. I don't even really know. But yeah, no, like, they were good friends, like, in that season of life, for sure. Yeah. And, like, from time to time, I'll still, like, keep in touch with, like, a couple of them in the group, definitely. So. Made you feel like princess treatment? That would be more of, like, an ex-boyfriend. Have my ex-boyfriends ever made me feel like a princess? Probably, but it's so awkward. Probably. It's awkward. They're my exes, so it's like, my friends don't need to make me feel like a princess treatment. No, I feel like with friends, like, that's just even playing field. Like, you know, whenever I hang with friends, like, if we split the bill and hang, you know, those are my friends. Like, that's totally, like, fine. Excuse me. Or just, you know, I have my besties, and we just all hang out and tee-hee, best friends. And then, like, I have, like, platonic guy friends that were always just my friends, and, like, we'd split the bill whenever we'd, like, hang out, and totally not a big deal. I mean, it's like, yeah, we're just friends. Yeah, I know there's, like, that big debate of, like, the guy should pay for the girl, but that's only if that's a date. If it's just, like, platonic friends, you gotta pay your own way. Like, because it's not a date, because then it comes off that, like, perception, and it's not. So no, when it's, like, my platonic guy friends, like, we always, paid for our own, like, separate, yeah, but by my guy friends, I don't need to feel like a princess. Or sometimes if they spot me, I'd make sure to pay them back or spot them back, you know. Yeah, it's all good. That's when it comes to dating, princess treatment. But, I think both of my ex-boyfriends truly gave me princess treatment. I did. I think so. Well, because, like, with my first ex-boyfriend, he got his license before I did. By the time I got my license, we were breaking up. So he would, like, drive, you know. So I was like, you know, passenger princess. And then with my second ex-boyfriend, I did have my license, but I would still, I would still make him drive me around. No, poor my second ex. I would tell my friends, I would be like, he was my ride. Because he was. I didn't want to drive, and he was okay with it, so he'd be my ride. Yeah. So, yeah, but my exes, I felt that way for sure, yeah. I'm just reading the chat. Let's see. Did you feel like you missed out on something? Sometimes I feel like when it comes to like traveling or going new places, I feel like I miss out because I like I don't know, I just have a hard time like putting myself out there. I know I have the YouTube channel, so it's probably hard to believe, but I do. I'm human, you know. I mean, that's why I probably started the channel, because I wanted to, I don't know, like put myself out there, you know, like challenge myself. So I think when it comes to traveling a lot, I feel like I miss out, but I'm trying to do better with like saying yes to things. Like I have a vacation coming up, and you know, like I've invited to it, but I'm trying to be like, you know, say yes to it. I'll vlog it, obviously. I don't know. Like I said, sometimes traveling feels a little bit lonely in the moment, but then once I get to like share the vlog like with all you guys, that's like the rewarding, because it's so much fun. I'm such like a techie nerd. Like it's kind of bad, but it's probably relatable. Like when you're passionate about something. With how long I've been doing YouTube now and how I've perfected the vlogs like over the years, I'm always like such a nerd for like editing, and I don't always like editing, but now it's like kind of like in my brain where I think about like time lapse, the volume, the music. It's all just like in my head, and it's kind of cool. So I'm always thinking about that when I'm like traveling on my own, of like, oh, how do I want the vlog to be? Because it's like, honestly, like it's your craft. It's a work of art, you know. The one of like guys that make me feel weak, that one's hard to answer. That's a good question, but I feel like that's like, oh gosh, because like there probably is so many sexist things considered in the world. I'm just trying to think of a good one to share or talk about. Yeah, because there's probably a lot, but I'm like, I don't know how to answer that right now. Because it's like, I don't want to answer it like in any kind of way. I don't know, like I'm gonna say probably yeah, but I just don't know like what example to give for that question. What's the thing you yearn to grow up, like to drive, take decisions without consulting? Oh, kind of like getting like validation from like family or friends. That's fair enough. I mean, I don't know. I'm always that type of person that likes other people's opinions. If it's like nice, of course, yeah, yes, be kind to everyone, you know. Kindness and respect's important. Yeah, because I want to feel like I want to have like that encouragement, because I think it's hard for me. Well, because I felt like with the beach story, you know, when my mom was like, yeah, you should go. I mean, I was shocked for one, but for two, it was like that nice little encouragement of like, yeah, I should go. So it's nice to go to someone to be like, yeah, that positive reinforcement of like, just do it, you know. What do you got to lose? Driving. Oh, to drive. Well, I don't know if you mean like, I got my permanent license late, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how life happened, honestly. I wanted it in high school, but it was really hard for me to test for it. Like, it was a hard test, you guys. And also, like, I didn't quite, I think I got the car, like, my senior year, but I still, like, didn't get the permit or license yet. So I had to wait. And it was just, I don't know, everything all kind of, there was a lot of my life I've kind of felt late bloomer to. I think so, kind of. Like, I felt like I glowed up in high school. In middle school, though, like, I don't know. Like, in middle school, I was like, eh. So high school kind of felt like late bloomer a little bit, where I finally felt, like, confident in myself. And then getting my permit and license when I was done with high school, because I was 18 and 19 when I got that. When I got permit at 18, license at 19. It was, like, right after I was done with high school. So, I don't know. I was, like, late to that. I'm even attending university in my late 20s, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, I graduated even from community college in my mid 20s, so I don't know. I've kind of felt like late to things, but there's nothing wrong with that. You're all on your own timeline. I mean, I get society pressures, trust me, and it's something I'm kind of dealing with right now with, like, anxiety. So with anxiety, question to follow up on now. Do you have anxiety issues in front of a crowd? Like, oh, okay, people put me down or something. No, I'm not worried about people, no. Yeah, no, not about people. No. I think I get nervous in a crowd, yeah. I'm not nervous of, like, people talking to me, no. It's just being around people in a crowd. I think, because it can get overstimulating, if that kind of makes sense. Or just, like, being in tight spaces. I'm fine in my car, I feel safe. But I'm just saying, like, when it's areas you're not familiar with, yeah, I get kind of like claustrophobic issues. If that answers that. Anyways, wow, you guys, this was a good chat, a really good live stream. Thank you to Superman. Superman, always, you're more than welcome to come back every time. Oh my gosh, yeah. These are some really good, like, questions. Let's see. Let's end off with this last one. This is a good one, because I think I'm going to end the live. I'm pretty sure. I feel like this has been a chatty one. I've been, like, talking a lot. If you want to design a world, how would you want to treat, or to be how affectionate like to be to other people? How will you help people who are down, who make bullies no place? Oh, wow. You know, oh my gosh. That's a really good question, honestly. No, so in middle school, oh gosh, tea on that. Oh, there's so much tea on that. But, let's see, on the vlog, or not the vlog, sorry, the live, kind of answering this question, because we can, like, full send get into those. So I made a new friend in middle school. This is, like, obviously years ago. A lot of these stories are years ago. We're just chatting, it's cool. And what was crazy with her was that, I'm not trying to out her, no, but, like, yeah. But anyways, but I'm not saying names, so it's fine. So I met her through, like, swim club, actually, because I did, like, swim club in middle school. And then I found out she was going to my middle school, and it was like, oh, that's so cool. So we kind of became friends for just, like, knowing each other through swim, and then middle school. Yeah. And then, so we were, like, friends for, like, the first half of 8th grade. And then, yeah, excuse me. So, I'm gonna be honest, she became friends with the middle school bully, in my opinion. You know, bullying is so tricky, you guys, because obviously, first off, not okay. Second off, you also, like, I don't know, it's so hard, because bullying affects so many people, and it's really sad, and it's not okay. But I think the best way to heal through bullying is to, as an adult, when you get older, try not to think about it. Like, it's the person that's bullying, they're going through their own demons, their own struggles. Like, now as an adult, like, as a middle schooler, when my former friend became friends with, like, the middle school bully, I remember just being like, oh, she's not a good person, she's friends with her. And I'll be fully transparent, once she did become friends with her, she became a bully as well. So this is why you guys, like, gotta be selective with your friendships. And that's why I think the older I get too, the circle's smaller, because it's like, you know, I know my circle's not gonna be this or treat me like this, you know. And I do believe, like, the friends and the people you surround yourself with and the influence, I do believe, like, my former friend, I mean, she did become a former friend because she became friends with the middle school bully, and to be honest, both of the girls bullied me. So that's why I'm just saying, like, it's definitely like 1,000% not cool. No, like, literally the girls bullied me, and then at the bullying assembly cried about it, but it was obviously fake crying, because I literally was like, you guys have bullied me. So I was like, this is a big joke. I remember laughing looking at them, because I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, now we have an assembly, and now you're gonna fake cry like you didn't do anything to me. So, like, I was really hurt and offended by that. But anyways, like, as an adult though, I'm not, like, saying it's okay. It wasn't okay, because they were really mean. But the thing is I look at it now as, like, I see why, like, my former friend became friends with the middle school bully, because, well, they were neighbors, so that was how they hit it off. So yeah, it made sense. So they would hang out a lot, and she didn't really have many friends. And I think I try to look at it differently as an adult. This former friend probably saw her and was like, you know, people don't like her, give her a chance. And I understand that, because honestly, there were friendships that weren't good for me and I'm not friends with anymore, but I had to figure that out for myself. Whenever people were telling me influence, I was always like, no, like, let me figure it out for myself, honestly. And I would, and I did. And I can see, like, this former friend kind of, like, thinking that way of, like, oh, well, like, I want to get to know this person, like, get to know her for her, because I've had that in those friendships too. And so I can understand that completely. And I think looking back, they kind of both felt like outcasts, because of the middle school bully, and then this girl I was friends with was new to my middle school. So maybe I think they just had a bond in so many different ways. So as an adult and kind of analyzing that now, I can kind of understand why they hit it off. And then the middle school bully being, like, not a good influence, it made sense that, you know, my former friend became a bully, quote unquote. You know, I don't know these girls anymore, I don't talk to them anymore, but it's like, this is just from back then. But yeah, so yeah, but bullying's not okay in general. I'm not saying it's okay, I'm just saying I kind of see, like, even the middle school bully, you know, I never really knew her. She, you know, I don't know what she could have been going through. She could have went through a divorce, a loss in the family, like, poverty, you know, I don't know. Well, I thought maybe they lived in a good neighborhood. I don't know, you guys. You don't know what other people's lives and what they're going through. I'm not excusing her bullying. Like, it was not okay that those girls were like that in middle school. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Especially because my former friend, her mom was so nice too. I was like, how are you related? I'm sorry, but it was how I felt, because her mom was, like, so nice. So I don't know, but it's like, you never, I think, like, the point is like, judge the bullying for sure, 100% not okay, but don't judge, like, people and their upbringing and what they could be going through. It's sad that they have to take it out through bullying somebody, but looking back as an adult, it's just like, I'm not fazed by it anymore, because in my mind it's just like, oh, those girls they were going through stuff that, you know, no one probably knew about. Like, I didn't know about. They would know, you know? I mean, and maybe they were just flat out mean and had nothing to go for. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Bullying's not okay no matter what. Don't care for those girls no matter what. But I don't know what they're up to anymore. Like, this is, like, so, like, middle school tea. But with the former friend in middle school, though, there's so much more lore that, like, went down later on. That could be a story for another time. But, yeah, just so much. But yeah, I guess, like, I don't know, I just would want people to be kind to one another, but also if somebody's not being kind back, don't excuse it. It's not okay, but maybe try to be, like, mindful to, like, they're going through something, and then to kind of, like, put them in the rear view, you know, let them kind of live their life. Don't let it, like, affect your life. It's so hard, you guys, like, because so many people have been so affected with bullying, and it's, like, really, really sad. So I'm not trying to say, like, don't ever excuse it. It's just, it's hard, you know. Like, I'm so glad to be out of middle school. To be out of the bullying. Like, people bullying each other. Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna get going and end this live. Thank you guys for coming on. Bye, everyone.